My name's Duddits, I do builds and stuff. Today's video is going to be about Stasis Hunters and the Cauterized Darkness seasonal artifact pair coming next season, where Stasis or strand debuff targets take increased solar damage from all sources. We're going to be also looking at a few class items, including Spirit of Galanor for insane super regen. Spirit of Galanor is supposed to have got nerfed, but it's still pretty good. And then we've also got Spirit of Cytarachne for increased damage resistance, woven mail, pairing it up with Gunpowder Gamble, your Dustfield Grenade and your Prismatic Grenade. You're going to get loads of woven mail on the fly with the solar debuff from the Gunpowder Gamble as well, which is just works absolutely great. I will do next season. So Stasis debuffing solar damage with a bit of damage resistance. We're going to be looking at all different types of weapons, including Icebreaker, Eriana's Vow, Lord of Wolves, and the Lament, which I think this old build could be extremely relevant next season. Lament with a Stasis debuff for solar damage could be insane. Stay with me, I'll break it all down. We'll start off with the debuff for next season, the Stasis Super Silence and Squall. Silence Assault, it sort of like creates a flash freeze that lingers for a long time. It freezes and slows targets. Like I said, it lasts for like a really long time, like 20 seconds I think. And then we've also got a Dustfield Grenade, which slows targets and freezes targets in quite a large area. And then obviously, we've also got the Withering Blade Melee, which is also pretty good. All these are exceptional for Overload champions. Just want to put that one out there as well. The main sort of catalyst of this video is going to be based around the seasonal artifact pair for next season, Cauterized Darkness, Stasis, or strand debuff non-boss combatants take increased solar damage from all sources. So, your Dustfield Grenade, your Withering Blade, and your Silence and Squall Super are all going to be applying some sort of debuff for solar weapons next season. We're going to have loads of good solar weapons that we can abuse this with. We're going to have to wait and see how much damage this is, but I'm hoping it's between 10 and 20%. That'll be pretty tasty. We've also got some other things coming as well, which will just buff the solar stasis sort of combos out. We've got Fever and Chill, rapid precision hits with solar weapons, grant you Radiant, so you're going to get Radiant and this stasis solar debuff. You're also going to have rapid precision hits while you have Frost Armor. Gives you Frost Armor. I've covered that video recently. Frost Armor could be really, really good next season with Rhyme Stealer. We've also got Radiant Shrapnel, dealing sustained weapon damage while Radiant or defeating a Scorch combatant with a weapon. Causes a target to release solar projectiles that deals damage on Scorch on impact. And then you've got a Flame and Fibre, combines the solar and strand and solar stasis siphon mods into one. So if we go ahead and fairy craft them seasonal artifact perks, considering your Cauterized Darkness, your stasis and strand debuff targets and increased solar damage, you're going to have Fever and Chill to get Radiant, and you're going to have Radiant Shrapnel all working together. Again, this Radiant Shrapnel should be affected by that Cauterized Darkness, and we're going to be able to get Radiant, which is just increased 20% damage, plus whatever this Cauterized Darkness debuff is going to be. So there's loads of different ways we're going to be able to abuse this next season. Now, once upon a time, this Lament sort of build used to be extremely popular. Lament has obviously got shield piercing ammo, which this Lament is just absolutely insane anyway. And you're also going to get healing when you get revved consumption going, so you can heal yourself. Now, this is going to work extremely well with the seasonal artifact perk, Cauterized Darkness. Things like Renewal Grasps to get ×8 Frost Armor or ×5 Frost Armor. We've also got loads and loads of different class item combos, things like Renewal Synthoceps. There's all sorts of different ones you can go with, but just for now, if you put your Dustfield Grenade down, you're obviously giving yourself that Frost Armor and you're applying that Stasis debuff, that Cauterized Darkness for next season. Get your Lament out, what already hits pretty hard, and you can pretty much destroy most champions and sort of tanky targets in game. It's also pretty good for DPS options as well at times, but Lament Renewal was a build that was very popular. I absolutely loved this build at one point. I'm really looking forward to using this again. As we say, Lament is just incredible anyway. Get that extra solar damage. You could also go with things like Lord of Wolves if you want, but I've used Lord of Wolves loads this season. I just need a little break, try something else, try something a bit kinky, so we've gone with the Lament just for like options, but again you can switch to other solar weapons, but I'm just picking out ones that I feel will be strong. Now, don't forget with Lament, it's obviously got anti-barrier, but don't just use it for anti-barriers, it's good against all champions. Now, this class item combo I think is going to be really good next season. Spirit of Galanor hits and final blows with your super will return super energy depending on how many hits. You pair that up with your silence and squall, you're going to get loads of super energy back, up to half. I thought this thing got nerfed, I'm sure I read it, but it hasn't. You can see in this clip here. Now again, you're going to apply that silence and squall, you're going to apply that solar debuff. You're going to get loads of other stuff going on in the background, though. Your Dust Field Grenade, your Gunpowder Gamble, which we'll touch on in a minute. And just watch how much super energy you get back here. Half of your super energy back. Absolutely crazy. Now, instead of Renewal, you could always run a Spirit of the Cytarachne, which every time you use any grenade, i.e. we'll be using our Dust Field Grenade to apply that Stasis debuff. That's going to give you Woven Mail, which is a 40% damage reduction. There's an option as well. Now, Galanor, Cytarachne works together. Now, the interesting thing with this is you're going to get half your super back, apply that Stasis debuff, and you're going to have grenades left, right, and centre. Because of your Gunpowder Gamble will also proc your Woven Mail. And the good thing about Gunpowder Gamble, obviously it's solar, it causes ignitions. This will also benefit from the Cauterized Darkness and the shrapnel damage as well. So it's very easy to apply a Stasis debuff, as we've talked about. And the good thing with this as well, if you're running something like Icebreaker or Ariana's, it's super easy to get that Gunpowder Gamble. And you've got Cytarachne, you're just going to be able to spam these Gunpowder Gambles left, right, and centre. Look at the state of that. You've literally got Woven Mail up all the time, and you've got that Galanor in the background. I think that's going to be a really, really solid combo. Between that and your Dust Field Grenade, you got Woven Mail up, but because we're on Prismatic, don't forget the Cytarachne also works with your Stasis Grenade as well on your Prismatic. And the good thing, again, with this Cauterized Darkness, your Solar Grenade on the Hunter, or your Prismatic Grenade, sorry, it's actually a mixture of Solar and Stasis. So that's either going to get buffed by the Cauterized Darkness as well. Infinite Supers, pretty much. Infinite Woven Mail. Loads of freezing. This combo, Galanor, Cytarachne, with things like Icebreaker, Ariana's Lord of Wolves, could be absolutely insane next season, and I cannot wait to get on this. And finally, just before I wrap up the video, now obviously we know the stats are changing, etc. So if we run a high discipline build or a grenade build, will that grenade damage increase our Gunpowder Gamble damage? That's a question mark, maybe, because Gunpowder Gamble is coded as a grenade. We'll have to see about that. But that's the video. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.